author Brenda here, and welcome to the Productivity Sprint for April. I'm not going to take much time, as I usually say, but I'm just going to share what this live is about. We are going to be productively planning for the month of April. And so I've got my planner over here, and I've got some pens and some markers, and I am ready to plan. And so, what I'm hoping that this live is going to do for you, as well as myself, is help us plan for the month of April, where we're going to be focusing specifically on the month, what is to come, what goals we set for ourselves, what things need to be accomplished in April, and planning it out. We're going to have our calendars and plan things out, things that are coming up that we need to remind ourselves. That's what we're going to put in there. Things that we have to work towards, we're going to do that as well. But the most important thing that we are going to do is focus. So today we are going to do a sprint of only half an hour. So that means we'll do 3 and 10 minutes for each. And we're going to be just focusing. So I'm going to mute myself and then I'll be playing music. If you want, you can keep yourself muted. That's fine. But we are focusing on 10 minutes sprints, 3 of them, to make sure that we are focusing on the planning we need for this new month. So without further ado, I am going to share my screen and I am going to post the time. I've already put the music and I've actually also put the time over here. So yeah, plan with me. Productivity sprint is going to be about 10 minutes. I'm going to play the music right away here. And if you are watching this live or even in the playback, please feel free to share what you are working on for this productivity sprint. Maybe you're planning a new campaign. Maybe you have an upcoming book or you have a deadline to make. So, whatever it is, feel free to write in the comments and also where you're from. And that would be great for us to continue building our community as we plan together. So, without further ado, let's start our first sprint for 10 minutes. I just want to make sure that I am also labeling that this is for 10 minutes. I'm going to do this. Perfect. And 10-minute sprint. And happy planning. I'm not gonna lie, that scared me, even though I knew the time was coming up, but it still gave me quite a startle. So yes, I hope this first 10-minute sprint was helpful for you. It has been helpful for me. I actually have shared this on, I'm pretty sure, one or two of my videos, that I have created a planner for 2024. It's called the Yearly Offer Planner. And I just finished writing my quarter 1 check-in. So I had 6 questions. One is more for inspiration, like my inspiration infusion, my mindful momentum, creative challenges, my achievement acknowledgements, my feedback fuel, and my next chapter vision for the year. And, I have to be kind of honest with myself. And so I'm using what I've written based here to help me plan more April, and which will also lead to May and June as it's quarter 2. But going back and checking exactly what I need to do for the quarters as well. So I'm just doing my content planning right now. And then I'm going to, for this sprint, finish this planning content, but also go back to quarter 1 and see what I missed. If there's something that needs to be moved to quarter 2, I can do so and make sure that I'm planning well for the coming month of April, or the current month of April, I should say. So I'm going to do another sprint. I'm going to mute myself, and we can carry on with our second sprint. Maybe I should just copy paste this. And then I'm going to do this. Okay, perfect. So we're going to do a second one for 10 minutes, and happy planning. Wonderful. So our second sprint is complete and we have one more to go. I hope that this is helpful for you, and I do my best to do this once a month because it really helps me know every first Saturday I need to be committed and show consistency in planning by sitting down, committing to a live stream, and doing what I said I would do. And I find that it has been helpful, and I have been sticking to the same strategy when it comes to planning, and that's always using my planner. I feel that if I try and use something or even do writing sprints, I'll get, distracted with the tabs because it's not really a writing sprint, it's more of a planning sprint. So if I am sticking to planning, I am turning to a page, I'm like, oh, this needs to be done. And then I focus. I think that would be helpful for you too. You can have a calendar, you can have a notebook planner, something that you have notes. So I have my planner here, but I also have other content notes that I wrote here, and I'm transferring it because this was just notes from my mind, but here is what I'm applying. And so I find that these planning times are helpful because it helps with consistency, but we're all different. Some people need to do it for, you know, a day of planning, or they have to be somewhere that's not in their usual working space. But I find breaking it up 10 different planning sessions helps. And we're actually going to do the third one right now. Just need to change it to third in another 10 minutes. And I hope this is helpful for you. So if you have any questions for me, and if you are wondering what else you could do that can help you with your planning, just let me know. Oh, someone said hello. Hello there. And welcome to the the planning sprint. I don't actually know who that person is. Oh, if I look at the initials, that might tell me something. But hello. Yes, so this is our third planning sprint. I am going to mute myself and then we are going to be done after 10 minutes. So happy planning. Okay, that's it. Those are all the sprints for today. And there are a lot of comments. So I'm going to check them. Someone has a question here. As do you have any other future plans on your stories? Yes, I do. I'm actually working on a sequel. The draft is taking longer than usual because I've had to restart it like 5 times. But it's on track. Might not come out early fall. It might be late fall now. But yes, I am working on my novel, which is my second novel. My first novel is Ember in the Mist. I can actually go get it. Here. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm not even going straight. But this is my novel, Ember in the Mist. So this is my first one. And the second one, it's already on Goodreads. The title, I mean, not the actual book. And it's called Ripples of the Past. It also shows it at the end of book 1. If I'm not mistaken. Yes. We'll talk about book 2, Ripples of the Past. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I do have a project that I'm doing that's related to children's books as well. So that's another thing I'm working on. But thank you for the question. I'm seeing more hellos. Hello. How many words should be in a sentence? That's something you should probably know already. There's no specific word. You say, I am hungry. That's 3 words. It's also a sentence. But you say, I am famished and I believe I can eat a whole elephant. That's a hyperbole. That's also a longer sentence. What country are you from? Well, I'm a Canadian author, so I'm from Canada. I don't know what the background means. I think you guys are just talking to each other. I don't know who the person is that's asking for a shout out, but shout out to you. Make a book about an African boy. Maybe. I just need an idea if that's the case. Yes, I am going to make more novels. This is a really good question. So this novel is called a debut novel because of the first. And following this is Ripples of the Past, as I already told you. But in all, there is a series called Pure Gems of Bizarria. So if you look at the bottom right here, it says Pure Gems of Bizarria Book 1. And there are 5 in the series. So yes, once I'm done this, I am going to do 4 more. I'm working on the second one right now. But I'm not going to end there. I'm going to write other books, other series. And most likely, I don't think I'll come back into this world after I'm done 5. Like, I'll be done with the Pure Gems of Bizarre and I'll try something new. And most likely trilogies or standalones, because the series is taking a while. But very good question. Thank you. How many people have ordered my book? That's a very good question. I don't know specifically because I've sold more in person. So like most likely like more than 20 in person. A lot of people got it from ebooks. So a lot of sales come from that. But tangible ones, I know I sent out about maybe 12 or 13 for the book launch campaign. So that's before the book comes out, you send books out to people. So that's what I did. So I'm pretty sure more than 50. But yeah, it's a start. And I'm looking forward to building this fandom with the second book and all the other books to come. Very good question. Thank you. And I think it's the last one right here. What book did I like writing the most? That's another very good question. I think depending on the seasons, I like the book more than the others, but I do like writing children's books. I would say more than novels. Not saying that novels isn't good. It's just that novels is more, I wouldn't say the word is tedious, but it needs to be done a certain way. There are so many more checklists to have for a novel, and you have to do lots of edits. And as you can tell, it's a pretty thick book compared to children's books that are pretty thin. I do enjoy writing children's books more just because there is more of an audience. And that's because parents or teachers are going to buy the book, kids are going to buy the book, or parents are going to buy the book for their children. And so a bigger range, and everyone can relate to a children's book. Children's books aren't supposed to be written just so kids can enjoy it. Adults should be able to enjoy them too, even teenagers, even infants, right? Because they're being read to. But a novel is mostly towards the young readers and also adults who are interested or teenagers. So it doesn't have a bigger range, but children's books are pretty quicker to do compared to novels. But I love doing them both. But if I had to choose, I would say that writing children's books is really fun, especially because the illustrations and seeing all my characters come to life, it's really cool. Whereas in a novel, it's more imaginary. Um, so maybe based on the descriptions I give of a character, you may have imagined them differently, which is still cool because I want everyone to have their own take on my characters. But it's very cool to write out a story for the little ones and seeing those illustrations come to life. Oh, there's another question. Let me put this away. I said, would you make a group for young adults? I don't know what the question is. Are you saying would I make a group for young adults as writers? Or are you talking about would I make a book for young adults? I'm not too sure what your question is. But I have at my school done publishing club. I only did that last year. This year I was hoping to do it, but it was a very busy year. But I am hoping in the future that publishing club won't just be in the schools, but oh, I see. So would you make a group for young adults to be authors? That's a good question. Well, I think that that's something I would love to do. I'm teaching full time, so that's not something I can do full time. But lives like this, I'm hoping to do more of them. Maybe not in April and May, but June and going throughout the summer. Just talking about, hey, let's work on characters. We work on characters. Hey, let's work on world building. We work on world building. Hey, let's work on sharing snippets of what we could possibly write for a book blurb. So that's the back of the book, like this. So the back of the book, a book blurb, or some possible book titles, or what makes a good character, a lead character, and stuff like that. So yes, that probably would be something I want to do. It would most likely be a live like this and not really a group or a course because it's time consuming. But any way where the community could come together and discuss about books is what I'm hoping to do in the near future, most likely. Okay, so I think those are all the questions. Wonderful. The 30 minutes is up already, but I did enjoy answering these questions. It was very reflective for me as well. The next time I will do a live will most likely be next month. So that'll be for the Plan With Me. But the month of April is Camp NaNoWriMo. And I am taking part in Camp NaNoWriMo, not specifically for the goals. Like when I say goals, I mean not for like writing a specific amount of words, but just writing a little bit as much as I can. I have here the days that I'm supposed to write, which is on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So Monday, Wednesday, and then next Saturday, I will most likely be on here for maybe 20 minutes, like 3 minute, 20-minute sprints, maybe 2 or 3. So minimum, let's say 45 minutes, maximum an hour. And just to write, because I'm almost done my book. I'm saying almost done to like my mind to help me out, but I still have a bit. Like I haven't reached the climax yet. I'm not in the middle of the book yet, but I know how it ends. So that's good. But I just want to be able to write more. So if you are looking forward to writing and you enjoy writing either comics or novels or children's books or just writing in general, like it could be poetry or a screen write, I will be posting the times when I will be doing the lives like I did in October. So like those live streams, but it'll only be for April. So that will be, if I check my calendar over here, it'll be the 8th, the 10th, and the 13th, 15th, 17th, and 20th, 23rd, 24th, and 27th. And the last one will be on the 29th, something like that. But whatever it is going to be a playlist, and all the writing sprints times would be there. I think 45 minutes is good enough, like 3 15-minute ones. I think that would be helpful, because an hour might take too much for me, but even 45 minutes is better than not writing at all. So, oh, I think there are more questions, or maybe it's just me. I think they're just repeated questions. Oh, opinions on Jamaica. I haven't been to Jamaica before, but my pastor in Montreal is Jamaican, and she was a wonderful person. And I think there are a lot of related things from Jamaica and other West African countries, like my parents are from Ghana, that are similar, based on us being with her for a while when we visited Montreal. And yeah, so it seems like a wonderful country. I've never been there, but I know some people who are Jamaican, and they're pretty awesome people. Okay, well, that's the end of the live stream. I'm actually leaving the comments, so if you write something now, I won't see it. But as I said, I am going to put a list of, not a list, but a playlist of other lives that are coming up this month, which will be helpful for you if you are writing, and which is going to be helpful for me too, as I am going to be hopefully getting closer to finishing my sequel. And I really take these lives seriously. I love the questions that people give, which is awesome. So building community is a great, how do I say this, focus, but the main focus of a writing sprint is to write. And so when you see me quiet, planning or writing, is because I'm actually focusing on what I said I would do. And then during the breaks, like the 2, 3, 4 minutes here and there, we can chat. So thank you for everyone who was here today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. And if you are interested in doing any of these writing sprints and planning with me sprints, just make sure to check my website, not my website, my channel, and look for the playlist, because I usually will put the playlist there. I've not done May, June yet, but I think I'm going to do up to May, up to August, and then September up to December next time. So that's all I have to say. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Bye.